Yerp. It's goody team. Welcome to today's live trading session. A little bit earlier. I've been up. Couldn't go back to bed. I said, fuck it, I'll get up. We'll turn on the charts. So let's go through these pairs one by one. For the most part, a lot of pairs still haven't hit STP, right? Let's talk about it real quick. Usually, again, 8 out of 10 times. Go do the back test yourselves. Sunday, Monday, when the market's open, right, for the new week, a lot of the volume comes in during Asia, right? Either very early in Asia or ending of Asia going into London, right? Reminder that today is a Euro bank holiday. It's going to be less volume around that time in the market. So, adding that knowledge, and again, we're going to go through each pair one by one. Seeing how AU is moving, where right now it's very simple, right? You have to ask yourself, is price trending or is price consolidating? Is price in a range? So at this point, AU is in a range where price is rejecting highs, right? Rejecting lows. And where is price currently? In the middle. We still don't have any valid break of the highs, no valid break of the lows, just price moving sideways. So at this point, all the entry models, all of them, it doesn't matter what you're trading, all the entry models that you see in this area, it's low probability, right? I don't have a valid change and then a valid break. I don't have a valid break of the zone of consolidation because each price was just inducing the highs and never gave us a valid break of structure, right? All of these candles were just still inducing, still testing the highs or testing the lows. Right now, we have no clear direction as to where price wants to go. With that being said, right now, the market didn't give you a confirmation as to where price wants to go. What is your entry here in the middle of the zone of consolidation? It's what you think you see. Like, yeah, we could sit here and say, yeah, we see a double bottom. We see the break of the neckline. This is the retest, and we're going to start going long. Okay. Right? You could see it, the extended double bottom. You could see this double bottom here in the lower time frame, which are all uptrends. If you go down to the lower time frame, what does this look like on AU? It's the shoulder head shoulder on a on an uptrend, right? An inverse shoulder head shoulder. If you're going down to the lower time frame, so again, the market's gonna give you every confirmation, right? If you're trading candlestick analysis, the exhaustion candles, right? The doji candles. So the market's always going to give you something, but you have to understand, okay, well, what makes that high probability? What makes it low probability? Notice the same thing we were saying last week in the same exact area. Like, in order for me to start really looking for price to reverse and turn around, because a lot of people are like, oh, this is the lower low, and we have to get a pullback. It's like, not necessarily. Right? Looking at the structure, we have a change, we have a break, we have a continuation back down to the bottom. I don't think this is going to give us such a steep pullback back to the top side, where everybody was saying, oh, we have clean traffic. Yeah, this looks like a flag post pattern where price is just going to consolidate, give us a little pullback between 23.6 and 38.2, right? If we use this entire structure, right, from these highs to these lows, right? It looks like price is just going to give us flag post pattern, consolidation at the lows, And then at the consolidation at the lows, it's going to tell us what it's going to do. It's going to either give us a break of the bottom or it's going to give a continuation. Right now, we don't have none of that. So we take it easy. SCP hasn't been hit. At this point, 930 is where I'll be expecting a lot of these pairs that haven't really moved yet. I'll be expecting them to move during the NYC session. EA, I'm going to turn this off. I'm not trading EA during the NYC session. EuroCAD already hit STP, so we'll turn this off. Clean move, pretty much moved as soon as 1 a.m. hit. ECAD's going to be a good one. I was looking at this over the weekend. I do like, right, again, like ECAD is the only bad thing with it at this point is the fact that we still have this gap at the bottom, which is, again, okay. Price doesn't have to fill a gap right away. It could stay there for a few weeks, a few months. In this case, this is a gap that was printed in May. At the start or the end of the last week of May, the 22nd. So I'm on the daily time. Right, but we have 2 months of rise. At this point, could price, today's Monday, so it's, I'm tripping, never mind. Like 2 weeks of rise, no. We have a month of drop, never mind. And 30 minutes, same thing as AU. We're like, yeah. You know, we could see clean moves, but what is price doing currently? Still in a little zone of consolidation. So I would want to see price now. Again, for me to start looking to really start taking trades on EuroCAD, I need to see price give me a break of these highs. So this week is going to be a good week to keep an eye on EuroCAD. Got the crossing of the EMAs already. We'll be patient with EuroCAD, but I'll be expecting that. For Euro USD, we have 2 days of rise. Could we be looking for a third day? Again, it's such a steep pullback. I'm not expecting it. Structure again for Euro USD, same as GU. We're still counter trending, lower low, lower high, lower low. Could this push to the top side just be the lower high point? Could it be the area where price again just gave you a break and a retest? All right, what is this line here? Hold on. This is the 4-hour line. All right. Right? Could this just be the 30-minute break, lower low, lower high, lower low? Could this just be the lower high point, the retest, to then continue going down? It could be, right? And this is where, again, the lower time frame now at this point is what I'm going to be looking at on Euro USD before we do anything else. At this point, you could mark it up on the 5-minute. Structure looks pretty clean. You have higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave you the lower low change of character, lower high, lower low, and then this is where price started just trapping traders. Right? It gave you a lower time frame, lower time frame patterns. And Euro again, Euro's a bank holiday today, so we'll be patient with EU, but let's see if we could see something simple. Then price gave us a change to the top side, then price never came back down to these levels. So it gave us a change of character to the top side, then it gave us a valid break here. Whoa. So it gave us the change of character. Lower low, boom, higher high, higher low. Right? Gave us the break. Higher high. So we know we're trading between the break of structure, higher high, and higher low. So on the 5-minute, we're uptrend. Even in the 1 minute, if we, if we want to get aggressive and start saying that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we start saying all of this is lower low, we still have a change of character to the top side, which is here. We'll be looking for a price to give us a valid break of these highs on the 1 minute time frame. But we have a 5 minute engulfing candle. That's the kicker with this one, but taking trades at 7:30. Especially when you have, again, like, keeping it clean overall. It's the name of the game, right? And again, like, this just goes back to the 30-minute time. We still have, again, lower low, lower high, lower low, making this push what? A lower high point. It's the number one thing. The fact that price today, what is price doing today? What is price currently printing? Right? We have a range from Asia session to London session. Price gave us a zone of consolidation. It gave us a break. It gave us a retest. Could this be a type 2 pattern? Let's mark this up. Let's just mark up what this could be. Type 2. Right? So today's market structure, like how it looks, yeah, it could be a type 2 pattern. Okay. Could this also be a type 3 pattern? Absolutely. You have the break. All right, let's delete what I had drawn here, and let's start again from here. You have the break, push 1, push 2, push 3. Could this be the move for today? Absolutely. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. So we're gonna put type 2. So we could already establish, like, all right, why is he looking at the market this type of way? Like, what is he seeing? What's making this high probability? What's making this low probability? Once you understand and start putting the rules together, like, why am I not expecting this to continue to go higher? Well, I'm not expecting this to go higher, number one, because, all right, let's focus on the continuation, the rules of the continuation. You have 2 days of rise. After 2 days of rise, you'll be expecting price to give you a third day. Okay, perfect. Now you understand that with that entry, there's rules that come behind it. Just because I have 2 days of rise doesn't mean, oh, 2 days of rise, I'm gonna take a trade going long the third day. Or vice versa. You have 2 days of drop, so I'm gonna take the third day. No, those are rules behind it that you have to follow. So boom. Rule number one, when you're looking for a 372, what do you need to see? You need to be following the trend. Meaning, if you have 2 days of rise, you need to make sure that the trend is being followed. When price is giving you pushes to the top side, is higher highs and higher lows. Is price currently uptrending? No. It's making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So you already know that the entry model for the 372s is low probability. Look at EU. We have 2 days of drop. After 2 days of drop, you're expecting a third day. Okay, is it following the trend? Yes. Lower low, lower high. Back to go where? To the lower low. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go down. What did the market do? It went up. Okay, it went up to do what? To give you a lower high point. And boom, if you would have taken this trade straight to stop loss, it's really that simple. So it's just understanding, like, yo, I don't care what I see here. I don't care what confirmation the markets give me. I don't care if it's a double bottom. I don't care if it's a break and a retest. I don't care if it's the bounces off the EMAs. I don't care if it's an engulfing candle, an exhaustion candle, the ICT models with the fair value turtle soup. I don't give a fuck what entry model you see here. When you look at market structure, it doesn't make sense to take a trade going long. It doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. And that's the key. That's the biggest thing. What's up, Mr. Mike? Good morning, my brother. My bad. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. So EU, this is the biggest reason why. Right now, I'm chilling. I don't need to stress. I don't need to feel like I'm missing out on a trade. The market hasn't given me any confirmation yet. It hasn't. As soon as it does, all right, cool. Then we start taking the trade. But right now, I have no fear of missing out. Why? Because for price to go down, cool. Price could go down. It's Euro USD. I'm not looking for shorts on Euro USD. I'm looking for my long continuations. I don't trade against the trend. So trading is simple for me. I'm only looking for one buyers right now on EU. That's why I look at a lot of pairs. Because if EU is moving counter trend, cool. What are we gonna do with this, yo? Go to the next pair. Today's a bank holiday for EU. The fuck are you trading EU for? Again, could you get volume? Yeah, for the most part, because it's still EU, right? USD. It's still gonna give you volume at 9:30. But let's go back in time and back test. Again, the reason you're nervous and you don't know what to do is because you haven't done enough back testing. That's just the reality. Because again, you go and you back test. Let's go to the USD pairs. Go to a USD pair on a USD bank holiday. Go look at it. What does that pair usually do? Just consolidate. Huh. Like you try to trade AUD USD during a bank holiday, but it's okay because you're trading it during Asia session. That pair is going to consolidate 90% of the time, the entire day. So going back to business, right? Going to the next pair. We'll keep it on still. I'll come back and forth and we'll even look at it again. It's still 7 in the morning. You still got 2 hours left before the market's open, so anything could happen. Also understanding the market conditions that we're in, right? We're at war. Week just started. We know that over the weekend, a bunch of shit to happen over the weekend. I don't know if you guys are active on that, but the only reason I'm turned on the charts today is because I'm expecting volume to hit today. We had a lot of shit happen overnight. It's getting a little crazy. But it's funny because it's something that we talked about last week. I don't think I talked about it on stream, but spoke to E about it. And I did a one-on-one session. We spoke about it. Like, there's a reason why they wait till Friday after the markets close to say something. It's been happening for 6 months. Again, it's not something that we started saying now. Go back to our videos from the beginning of the year. You will hear me talk about this. There's a reason why they wait till Friday. Of course they wait, right? The same reason why the FOMC rates happen on Fridays, or when the PPIs happen, the CPIs happen midweek reversal, Fridays and Mondays, right? You wait for what? You wait for that market to open. Markets open with a gap, resets the trend. They know they could continue to push price in the direction of the trend. Right? Especially if they open with a gap. Gaps reset the market, leave gaps behind the market. We go to thin gold. Very simple. Like you say some crazy shit over the weekend, markets open with a gap, boom, resets the trend. Now they don't gotta follow what it has to follow. All the people who thought, right, very similar. Just look at what the pair that we just went over with the type 1 pattern and 2 days of rise. Like we already know. Market open with a gap, reset the trend, you can push price, go lower. Okay, cool. Now all the people who were trapped in this trade thinking that this is where price was gonna give you a higher high, higher low to continue. What did price do? Started going short. Trapped all these traders here. Straight to stop loss. Right? Doesn't matter how low you put your stop. If you put your stops at these lows, you just got tapped by a wick. You're that one trader like, oh, I put it lower and it just hit it with the wick and it stopped me out. All the people who got into a trade here, thinking that this was the higher low point. It's just a whole bunch. It's the same thing on every single pair. So it's a lot of examples we could give. But right now, we're not going to do that. Right now, let's focus up again. So EU, same thing we talked about. It's still too early, yo. I'm not messing with none of that right now. GA, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm not trading it. GCAD still in the zone of consolidation, but gave us finally the push back to the top side. So today I would like to see price instead of giving us the same thing has been given us the entire time. Right, same thing every single time. What do I want to see today? I want to see price give me a valid break of these highs. Did we get it yet? No. Still touching the break line. I need to see another candle break. So we still got another 13 minutes for this one. Gives us a valid break, then we'll be A-okay. It's crazy. All of these candles here, we're still touching that BOS line. We never got a valid break of these highs. Never. Like, that shit is crazy to me, how the market moves. Like, it really, it's one of those things where you really can't, until you don't fucking see it, it's like, you think it's crazy. That shit don't even make sense. Like, nah, yo, all of these candles here, all of them never gave us a valid break. All of them were still touching the break line here on the internal structure. It's going to be this candle and above that'll give us that break. Yeah, we got 13 minutes. And we get that confirmation at the beginning of the week, yo. We know we could take what's going to happen by the end of the day, Monday going into Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday. You're going to get a pullback. You're going to get price, give you the higher high point, right? The break of structure, the retest, to then continue. This is the move I'm going to be looking for the rest of the week. If we get the valid break. So cool, it's Monday. We already know if we get the break, we have trades for the rest of the week. We keep it pushing. GJ. Damn, I should have grabbed the water when I went downstairs. GJ, we're still in the zone of consolidation, so GJ, I'm gonna turn it off. GU, very similar to EU, what we were talking about. What are we doing? Still lower low, lower high, lower low. Right, these high points, any of them could still be the lower high points. The only thing that's saving GU for me is that price is still uptrending. Like, you know, we're still making higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. Right, higher low, higher low, higher low. The fact that price is still uptrending for this one is like that. But overall, what am I still looking for when I'm looking for these? When I'm looking for these higher highs, I'm looking for valid higher highs to be made. Right, and unfortunately here on the lower time, it'll be on the lower time frame instead of the 30-minute. So I'll show you guys right now what I mean about that. What I mean by that. So on the 30-minute, we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low. So these higher highs and higher low points that you see is just internal structure time frame. That's internal structure. That's what? Internal structure, market structure. Sorry. So this is where I'll go down to the 5-minute or the 1-minute. Right? In this case, let's see if the 5-minute makes the most sense. All right, yeah, we could say that. The 5-minute makes the most sense here. Right, you had higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave us the push down to the bottom, higher low, because we know we're trading between this low and this high. I'm not gonna mark this as higher high, higher low, and all this. That would be the 1-minute on this. So on the 5-minute, you had again price give you higher high, higher low, and then again this is where price started. Fuck shit. Right, where it didn't give us a valid break here, but it gave us a nice pullback. Right, then we started making lower low, lower high, lower low. We started turning around again. We had higher high change of character, right, higher low, and this is where we're looking for price to give us a valid higher high point. Did we get it on the 5-minute? No. Right now on the 5-minute, we're still, these highs are still inducing. These highs here, this is still an inducement, a testing. Price is still testing these highs. So could this be where price could start faking you out? It could happen. And similar to what we were saying with GU, like, or with EU. At this point, these highs could just be the start of the downtrend back down. close to the 800 EMA. We know the 800 EMA is a little bit of a magnet, so you know, we could be. It's still early. We're still missing an hour and a half. For the NYC open, could price give us that another push to the top side again to look exactly like what we were saying, that double top? Could happen. We still got time for that. So regardless of anything else, right now I'm just waiting for the 930 open to be given. US 30. What do you think about AU? I hope it's a pair that will turn around soon. I got you. I'll go over AU again. Let me go over these pairs first. I was going in order since I just turned the stream on. But I got you. I'll go over AU again. That was the first pair that we did. With US 30, in this area, price still hasn't given us any valid breaks. We're still just moving sideways, right? It gave us a zone of consolidation. It gave us a break, retest, a continuation, right? So again, when it comes to this piece of the puzzle here, price already gave us what we wanted to see, right? Now, the only thing we didn't get was valid break of the highs, right? For me to say that price is going to continue. However, price gave us another zone of consolidation. It gave us a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. It gave us an inducement of the low. And then on the internal structure, we could see that price looks like it wants to continue back to the top side. It didn't give us a valid break. So with price not giving us a valid break, I could only assume one thing, that price is going to turn around and go back. Now, damn, I have to go grab a water. The only thing I don't like about US 30 right now is we still got those gaps at the bottom. We have no gaps at the top of the market. Before I take a trade here, I want to see price break these highs. These are the highs I want to see price break. Once we break these highs, we have clean traffic back to the top side. All right, so the same thing that I have drawn up here is what I'm looking for price to do now. All right, we have a zone of consolidation here. It's all good. This is the shoulder. Once price gives us the break, then I'll be looking for price to come back to the top side. But right now, it's like the best thing I can do with US 30. It's so volatile, so we know that we could come back at 930 when the market's open. But to take a trade now and say that where volume is going to take this, because again, that's the way I'm looking at the market. Like, once again, why is that so easy for me to just take a step back and know that I just need to wait for 930? Again, I know I'm in a zone of consolidation. A shoulder head shoulder is just a variation of a zone of consolidation. So again, you have 3 different variations when it comes to a range, right? In a range, once again, a range is the same thing as a zone of consolidation, sideways movement, right? That's what you're looking for, sideways movement, the characteristics, right? There's 3 different zones of consolidations, 3 different variations. You have sideways movement, which is what everybody knows. You have the shoulder head shoulder, right? And then you have the trap falls Rio. Trap move to the bottom, the falls move to the top side, and then the Rio move back down to the bottom. Right? So what are we doing today? Right? For the past 2-3 days, we know we're in the shoulder head shoulder. Bing, bing, bing. Cool. So in order for us to look for a trade, what are we looking for? Well, we know that shoulder head shoulder, you want to see price give a valid break of the lows. Did we have a valid break? No. So this is still, I can't consider this a bearish shoulder head shoulder. So I can't really look at my trades right now saying, oh yeah, we're going to continue to go down. Like, nah. Price already gave you the inducement. It still hasn't given you a break. Right now, I can't take that trade going short. With that being said, now I have to just wait for my rules for the rest of the day. Where's price reaching? Back to the high of the day. Either price is going to reach these highs and give us an inducement to then go back down to the bottom. Cool. If price does that, perfect. Or price is going to give us a break of these highs to continue to go higher. Clean traffic back to the left side. Awesome. I already know my area. I know what price has to do before it gets there. I don't have to chase these small trades. I'm okay. In the middle of the zone of consolidation, no point. On to the next pair. It's that simple for me. Could we still look at it? Yeah. STP hasn't been hit. We know we're going to get a move at 930. USD CAD gave us that inducement of the low, did not give us a valid lower low point, so we knew that these lower high points going short were very low probability. Price to go back to the top side. The end of the day on a no net. Again, this is a market that also opened with a pretty big gap. Filled it at the end of Asia going into London, and then turned around and went back to the top side. We're still trading between this low and this high, lower high point here. So we'll be patient with this one. And again, using the correlation. So the fact that USD CAD is pushing up, I'll be thinking that 30 is going to move opposite. It usually does move opposite from each other. Let's turn that off. I'm not going to be trading USD CAD right now. Damn, I have to go grab water, man. My throat hurts. I'm parched. Gold. We talked about this already, right? Similar to G, we're still making lower low and lower high. Yeah, we have 2 days of rise, but we're trading in a downtrend, and we still have that gap at the top of the market. So we want to be a little bit careful with gold. Again, it's gonna be a pair that at this point I'm waiting till the 9:30 open to trade. Bitcoin is just moving sideways at this point. I'm not really gonna talk about Bitcoin. Oil gave us an engulfing candle going short here. And again, the only reason I wouldn't take a trade like this right now, why? Let's see if anybody could answer this. We'll give everybody a minute in the chat. Why would I not be looking to enter when price gives us a retest of this engulfing candle? The person with the right answer, I'll give you $500. How about that? Why wouldn't I be looking for a trade on oil right now? Zone of consolidation. Okay, I'm looking for a little bit of you're not wrong. I'm gonna start off by saying that you're not wrong, but there's a specific thing that I'm looking for. There's a specific answer that I'm looking for. Like, okay, well, I'll give it to you like this. A zone of consolidation, right? Why is this a zone of consolidation? But there's a little bit more of a specific answer that I'm looking at above everything else. Price give a change character now. Okay, so the biggest reason why I'm not, even though we could see price lower low, lower high, boom, lower low, lower high. Did price give me a valid break of these lows? No. The fact that price didn't give me a valid break of these lows, I can't sit here and confidently say that this is where price is going to give me a lower high point to continue down into a lower low. I can't, with confidence, I can't tell you that this is a good trade. Right? The same way that I can't confidently tell you that this trade here is a good trade going long. Right? Just think about it. The market here gave you an engulfing candle going short and an engulfing candle going long. Which one are you going to take? There you go. This is the best example of when the market is giving you 3 million confirmations in the same place. What are you going to do when your entry model shows you entries going both ways at the same time? You're going to take both trades? Fuck it. I'm taking one trade going short, one trade going. You're gambling. You're gambling. It's that simple. So in a moment where Now that you understand it, you see it like, oh shit, I'm gambling. But okay, then how the hell do I stay away from getting into stupid ass trades? Well, okay, look at market structure. You still don't have a valid lower low point. Price never gave you a valid lower low. So you already know that these trades going low, these continuations are low probability. I'm not taking them. Right? And again, above everything else, what is price doing today? Just moving sideways, rejecting highs and rejecting lows. You have no break of the lows, you have no break of the highs, you have no confirmation right now as to where price is going to go. So it's simple. Understanding when to stay away from the market is very important. It's very, very important. And silver, same thing as gold. Lower low. Right, we're in the zone of consolidation. We chill. Yo, let me go grab a water real quick before I continue because I can't even talk anymore. I'll be right back. My bad, I'm back. All right, so to go back to AU. You still in here, Mike? Let me know. And then I'll go over AU again, but let me know if you're in here. Right, so AU. With the pairs that we just talked about, I don't know which pair you started, which pair you joined off when I was explaining the other pairs. Doesn't AU look the same as 15 other pairs that we just went over? With the same exact examples. What is price doing? Moving sideways. Zone consolidation, shoulder head shoulder, inducements of the lows, inducements of the highs. Excuse me. Market is just giving you 3 million confirmations going both ways. Right? This is just one of those examples of like, what side of the market are you on this week? And I'm not on any side. I don't choose sides. I choose the side that's given when we're trending. And right now, it's just not, there's no clean confirmation as to where price wants to go. Yeah, we have a 3rd week low this week. Price already gave it to us. So there's no confirmation that price is going to continue somewhere. You know, there's no confirmation that price is going to reverse and start going long. There's none of that. Right now, price is just doing what a zone of consolidation does, which is, again, the definition of it. An area in the market where the market makers are trapping traders, inducing traders to get into a trade to hunt for their stop losses. So once again, once you understand what a zone of consolidation is, again, not only what it looks like, but the definition, why it's created in the market, and then you also understand how that looks, makes trading a lot less stressful. So AU moving sideways, EU no valid trend, GCAT already hit STP. We were saying we want to see a valid break of these highs. Technically, did price give it to us? Yes. Yes, it did indeed. So GCAT will turn that off. GJ already hit STP as well for the day. We're back at these highs. So we'll wait it out. GU, we're saying that STP hasn't been hit yet, and we do like the fact that in the internal we're still making higher highs and higher lows. Right up until this area where price has not given us a valid break just yet. Actually, it did with this candle here. So we'll see. We have all this area for price to give a pullback. Do we have any engulfing candles? We could be like, this is where price is going to give us a pullback. We do have an engulfing candle on the 15-minute that's down here. It's kind of an ugly engulfing candle because the first candle is a doji, but we'll mark it. It's going to be a strong area. Price still hasn't given us a retest. All right, so then on the 5-minute, we shouldn't have one on the 5 or the 1-minute, but just in case. And this is where the lower time frame is going to come in handy as well. It's going to be very, very important. Again, this is where, do we say 32279? Damn, bro, we made the same fucking high, so that's incredible. 32279. 32279. Fucking Christ. Like, they couldn't make this harder, huh? They were like, no. So here's where price just continued, right? And then price gave us higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price gave nothing, higher low. We're still trending. Price never broke these lows. It broke these highs just now, so this is still higher high, higher low, higher high. Right, and this higher high point, this is where it gave us that engulfing candle that we saw earlier. We'll wait it out with GU. With 30-30, we're still in the zone of consolidation. Again, if you're taking these trades early, you're just getting trapped into these trades. Any other questions, guys? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Anything you guys want me to explain? Let me know. If not, we're just gonna pretty much just chill here for a little bit. We still got an hour. But any questions, anything you want me to explain, any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. Can I see how you do a full analysis on the chart? You don't use market makers pattern? What do you mean? I do use market makers pattern. Or are you saying do it on a chart where I don't have it marked up yet? My bad, Mike. Let me know if that's what you meant. Like, you want me to do a full analysis on a chart that's completely empty? Like one that I don't have marked up yet?
What the fuck?
Um, Last time I spoke to you, he said that for pairs like US 30 and NAS, it's just market structure. We take a sequence by sequence. Yeah. Um, for 100%, yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean. You're explaining it right. I'm not gonna get too in specific with it because again, it's the same thing that I've said in the past streams, right? With pairs like US 30, gold, Bitcoin, silver, NAS 100, S&P 500, right? Those pairs, you gotta treat them a little bit different. So instead of looking for, the overall market makers pattern like you would on a pair like AUD, USD, or Euro USD, you're just looking at market structure. But you're looking for the same thing, right? The same way I look at US 30 is the same way I look at AU. The same rules. That's what I try to explain to everybody and try to get across to everybody. Like again, the same exact example I just gave for AU, the same thing I'm looking for US 30, right? Ignore the market makers pattern. Okay, ignore the market makers pattern. Cool. Just go purely off structure, sequence by sequence, right? Daily time frame will happen. All right, let's go sequence by sequence. Where are we on the daily time frame? Right? We know that price gave us higher high, higher low, all the way to the top side into these higher highs. Okay, cool. We have 3 months of rise. After 3 months of rise, the market must do what? Move sideways or go down. We're at the end of the month already. So we could expect US 30 to start doing what? Either start moving sideways or start going down. All the candlesticks at the top, what are they? Exhaustion candles. Cool. We still don't have a valid break. We just made a higher high on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, what is price doing? Higher high, change of character, higher low. What did price give us? Inducement of the high. It didn't give us a valid break. So I already have an understanding on at least the 4-hour. This isn't a strong area to start looking for buy positions because price just gave us the exhaustion candles, the inducement candles of the highs. And what is price currently doing? Moving sideways. So now in the 30-minute, what is price doing? Once again, moving sideways. We know that we had a higher high point on the daily time frame. We know on the 4-hour time frame we have the inducements of the highs. On the 30-minute time frame, what do we see? Sideways movement, inducement of the lows. So we had the inducement of the high, we had the inducement of the low, and now we have a zone of consolidation. So absolutely, like pairs like US 30 and these very big pairs, the indexes, the commodities, yeah, you could ignore the market makers pattern, but at the end of the day, you're looking for the same thing. You're just purely off structure the entire time. And again, it's the same thing we've explained on every single stream. You can see how I even have it marked up here. Everything is just purely market structure, right? And this is, again, if you go back to these streams, this isn't something that we marked up in hindsight. Like these are things that we have marked up on the isolation session, talking about, where could price go? Why? What do we want to see price break? Right? Like, why is the market giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low? And in an uptrend, they're going to give you a zone of consolidation, right? They're going to give you a shoulder head shoulder for what? To trap traders. They're either going to go low, give you the inducement, right, to go back up, or it's going to give you the break to continue to go short into the gap. Cool. What did price do? It gave you the zone consolidation. It gave you the break, the retest, to continue. A type 2 pattern for the day. Perfect. Bounce off the 50 EMA, continuation back to the top side. Higher high, higher low, back into the higher high. After 3 days of rise, the market must do what? Move sideways or go down. Cool. What did it do? Move sideways. Gave you the fake out to the top side. Didn't give you a valid break. It was an inducement of the high. They gave you a type 1 pattern. Double top to continue that push back down to the bottom. That's it. Like, it's just continuing to look for the same thing every single day. The same thing we went over on AU, EU, GU is the same thing I'm going over on US 30, gold, oil, and silver. It's the exact same thing. Nothing changed. You're looking for the same thing on every single pair. Like, every single pair in the market is treated and traded the exact same way. It doesn't matter if you're looking at the fucking stock market, you're looking at Tesla, you're looking at Nvidia. It's the same thing. Like, all right, cool. You know, I could sit here and say that the market maker's pattern, you know, oh, it's not as accurate on these pairs as it would be on Forex pairs, right? Same thing that we say with the indexes. All right, cool. If that's the case, then just look at market structure. You can see how the same thing, the gaps in the market, those zones of consolidation. This isn't something I mark up every single day because I don't trade this all the time. In a year, I'll probably take three trades, yeah, with Tesla or Nvidia or some shit like that. Like, maybe 3 trades a year. Like, this was thing about it. The last time I traded this, damn, what has it been that long? No way. 2024. All right, there's a markup here. This makes more sense in September, but I don't have a trade position here. So I don't know if I took this or not, but this is an engulfing candle on the 5-minute time frame. Straight to TP. I probably took this trade. I remember that. I don't remember if I took that trade. I don't know why the tool is in there, but this is 2025. I think that was the last time I traded this. I do remember that. It's another one here in February. But the point I'm trying to make is that all of this shit is traded the same way. Thank you for explaining it. I see it clear. No problem, my brother. Any other questions? Anybody else? Any other specific pairs you guys are looking at? Whether or not they're on my list, just let me know. Again, pretty much the pairs we're gonna go back and forth once 9:30 hits are gonna be the ones with the red flag next to their name. At this point, I'm not really gonna focus on oil. You know, silver and gold, they're both kind of in the same range and the same area. Again, like 9:30 is really gonna paint the picture. At this point, I'm gonna wait to see if 9:30 is gonna give us the inducement, then we'll catch the reversal, or it's gonna give us, you know, a valid break or something. We'll just have to wait it out. But again, to take a trade right now before 9:30, like there's no trend continuation. Like we don't know what price is gonna do. We're just stuck in zones of consolidations for the most part. All right, for a pair like GU, we're at the higher high point. You know, EU, we're still messing with the high of the day. And then AU again, like the other pairs, just moving sideways. So there's really not a lot we could do right now before the market open. There's no point in trapping yourself. You're getting into the inducement of the trade, and you know, it's once you understand again, once you understand why this is the manipulation, like you're part of the liquidity. Like the people getting into these trades right now, like I need you to take these trades. You're the reason the market is being manipulated. You're the reason there's so much liquidity in the market right now. So like, continue to take these trades. But if you don't want to be part of that, then, understanding why you stay away from trades like this is just, there's no point. No point.
The reason we're round 11, so they're not going to make it easy on you. This is still a team in Toronto
I
that's
didn't
played
see
top
that.
four typically over the last couple.
Whose hand is he holding like that?
Wait, go back, go back.
Excellent on that stage in front of this crowd. And then on the flip side, 8
Who's
Who
that?
the fuck is that?
have been competing for a long time. This crowd, we have seen it through 2 games, massively affect our players, especially in like the clutch.
What the hell?
Those guys are
What the fuck?
The most expensive buyout in the history of Call of Duty. Him.
Fred said it was him.
Your buyout was 430
From what?
from Surge. Shotzi had a 300. Yours was 4.
Kind of goes hard.
400 racks?
When we wanted Pred, Seth and I were gonna give up 200 from the company, and then you and I were gonna give 100 each. Remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
We
Anyway,
were
so
gonna give him 100.
believe it or not,
We were down bad.
the most expensive buyout in the history of Call of Duty. Him.
Fred said it was him.
Your buyout was 430
From what?
from Surge. Shotzi had a 300. Yours was 4.
Kind of goes hard.
400 racks?
When we wanted Pred, Seth and I were gonna give up 200 from the company, and then
Ain't shook. Sometimes I get scared though, so I look for this.
What's your deal? You get cars, you sell them, you're a wholesale guy. What's your angle?
Oh, just looking for a commuter.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Just for you?
Yeah.
So you don't have a larger
No, I don't have a dealership or anything, no.
dealership. Okay.
Yeah, I checked your Instagram out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's cool.
How did you find my Instagram?
I just looked up your name and it came up.
So your dad was asking.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, I think he like resells them.
Hey, got some power.
So you said you need a commuter car?
Oh, now that you've seen my page.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, I'm not trying to lie, but at the same time, like, it's not. I'm looking for a commuter, right? To like maybe to sell to someone else. If I say it, then people think I'm a douchebag. On a hot day, I think it would stink a little.
don't disagree.
You guys want to be at 35? Would you guys take 3?
Can we meet in the middle? We'll wait for my dad, because I'll see what he says.
I feel like your dad's gonna kill me after knowing what I told him.
You got it. You're a businessman.
I talked numbers a little bit with your son. I want to be at 3. He told me 32.50. Then I offered 31.
What happened to 35? Isn't that why you came?
There are a little more noises in the back. I know you saw my page and the way I responded, but
What's your deal? You get cars, you sell them, you're a wholesale guy. What's your angle?
oh, just looking for a commuter.
Rakan leaked my number. All right, put my stream on full screen. Everybody get ready.
Wait, fair enough.
Listen, but I don't leak numbers.
I leak social security numbers.
I hate you, nigga. Let's die. Let's go all the way up. Oh, you did it? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, you gotta start confirming shit, bro.
No, I did. I didn't share nothing. I didn't show nothing.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
Rakan leaked my number. All right, put my stream on full screen. Everybody get ready.
Wait, fair enough.
Listen, but I don't leak numbers.
I leak social security numbers.
I hate you, nigga. Let's die. Let's go all the way up. Oh, you did it? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, you gotta start confirming shit, bro.
No, I did. I didn't share nothing. I didn't show nothing.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
Rakan leaked my number. All right, put my stream on full screen. Everybody get ready.
Wait, fair enough.
What's up, bro? How you doing? No, I was gonna ask you, could I plug my charger in here?
People are trollers on YouTube, bro. Again, guys, any questions, let me know. We pretty much got an hour left for the NYC Open. So, again, there's really no pair on my list that I'm going to be looking for to take entries right now before the Open. So, any questions, any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, anything you want me to explain again, just let me know. If not, I'm going to just pretty much doom scroll TikTok or whatever I'm watching, YouTube Shorts. Might pull up, you know what? I might pull up somebody's stream. See who's streaming on YouTube. Any traders you guys know that are streaming on YouTube that we could watch? Let's see. You got this guy. Don Voice streaming. That's it, just Don and this guy.
Tells me that this daily candle just kind of opened up with so much bearish volume, it never even attempted to make a top wick, and it's just been running down ever since. Now, we still are respecting the lows here, right? So we got nice lows that are sitting, and they're all moving up nicely here. We haven't broke those lows at all, but at the same time, you know, we don't really have much of a top wick. So let's go see what that looks like on the 4-hour chart. So 4-hour is really kind of has been pushing down for a while, so we could still remain bearish, right? We did close below that range there to the left, therefore I think we can possibly see candles run into the bottom of that support level there at some point, maybe today. But if that daily candle wants to continue moving up, this is where we may see a support being formed, right? And I was actually anticipating that 4-hour potentially breaking the highs here, right, to kind of move up and create support.
Once we get like create enough structure, which is like probably under like 160 or 1.6, like 1600 pips at least. I think I'm looking for more so for buys up here, so I don't really have buys up from here up. Wait, Jack, you gain 100% today on a move? What kind of over leveraging are you doing right now? You gain 100% on a Pample today? I trust you? Don't trust me, Ben. I don't know where price is going. You can buy if you want to. But I think for like my buys, it's just a little far because I want to see structure, and I don't really like look at news like that where like, oh, there's like some talks going on tomorrow, so I think price is gonna go up or down today. Because like, who knows? Tomorrow's peace talks could take price up. I'm not saying it is, but it could. There's always two sides to it, right? Or it could be priced in today for tomorrow if everyone knows tomorrow's a peace talks. Like, it's just a lot of like randomness that could occur in the markets. So I just try to stay out and just focus on mainly price action.
That pisses me off too, like.
This is our daily candle making its way back up. If we do see a move like up to the north side there, and then anything below is also looking shmoney here today on this level.
All right. We just saw two people talk about gold. Charts that look completely different than each other too. No. And then even before anything else, even on the 1 minute, we're still trading. Like, we want to trade the internal. It's still these highs and those lows. So right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Where price came, did it give you a retest? Yep, give you an inducement of the low, and then started trending. Right, change of character, higher high, higher low. We'll see. And pretty much these highs are very important on gold at this point. And there was an engulfing candle, no, somewhere, yeah. No, not valid. The wick is, the body of the second candle did not close below the wick. Nothing yet on the lower time frames. But that would be the shift I'm looking for. And again, that's pretty much why I'm waiting for that hour too. Once we get that valid shift, once we get that clean confirmation that price is going to turn around, and cool. But as of right now, we don't have that. And then EU is one that I'm expecting price. Like, it just looks like it wants to go down. But again, this could be that type 2 pattern, where price gives you the break, the retest to continue back to the top side. Could be, like, it definitely could be. Nice little 372 type 2 pattern, like, it's not bad. Then on the 15-minute, you have an engulfing candle. Right now, you'd be on drawdown if you took the trade, though. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, yo, this just in this area. Like, in this area in the market on the 1 minute. Unless we mark this up aggressively. Whether we mark up that this is higher, higher, low, higher, high, or higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Right? Either way, like, if we mark up this, it'll be a little bit easier, right? Because then here we can say this is the change of character, this is the valid break, and this is a higher low point. So continue into a higher high, but it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. All right, on the 5-minute, we have a change in break to the top side. But that's all we have. But then we have all these exhaustion candles at the highs and inducements. It's like, I don't really like that. The EMAs on every time frame, they're still uptrending. On the 30-minute, you have the 50 looking like it wants to cross the 200 now. So again, a lot of confirmations going both ways. Easier for me to stay away from the charts when price is doing shit like this. Again, just wait till 9:30. Wait till the market does what it needs to do. And then you take the trade when it gives you the confirmation. That's it. Again, sometimes it really is that easy.
I appreciate it.
I was wondering if you're interested in selling me any firewood. I'd like to buy some. How much per bundle? I have. Okay. Whatever $45 can you give me? Yes, sir. On the work flat, just up the street. Yes, sir. Excuse me? Yes, sir. Work flat number 2. I'm sorry to interrupt. Oh. Take your time. My name is Joe. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh,
Guys, hop out. Introduce yourselves. Be respectful.
Nice.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you didn't interrupt me. Watching TV. Know what it is?
Yes, sir. You just gonna tell us when to stop, yeah? Hop out. Introduce yourselves. Be respectful.
That stuff is a little.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please.
We'll be up there for a couple days, so leave the wet stuff next to the fire.
That one. Hey.
3. We'll be here till Friday morning. But we'll take whatever we could get.
Oh, right now. Them bundles of wood, $10
$10 a bundle. Well, the sign, maybe it's just that guy, but the sign. Yeah. No, he didn't. Oh, man. I know I was a little bit worried I might get shot because I climbed up to his property and came out. I was worried I was in the wrong neck of the woods. Thanks for the hospitality. What's your name? What was your name?
I'm Mike.
Mike, nice to meet you, Mike. 45.
40, 45 is good either way.
Michael, thank you so much for your time.
Throw a couple more in there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No, just come on back.
Yeah? Oh, thank you so much.
What's going on, brother? You need some help? I got you. I'll help you out for free. I got to put that away. You're doing it wrong, brother. Let me show you, just in case you never hear. You put this in here, and you stick this in here, and then you twist. What kind of car is this? It's out of there, bro. You good, brother? Yes, sir. Huh? This is what I do for a living. Yeah, I do roadside assistance. You need to make sure this thing has air too. Pop your trunk, I'll trunk it in there for you because I got gloves on. This is my business card. And also this is Safe Max Auto card. You ever got to stop, check them out. They're an insurance tool to help you save on insurance. My name is Bill. You have a great day, brother.
W in the chat. What's good, Shikai?
You like a 1.5. Just flick that shit out, bro. Just gotta flick that shit out, man. I don't know, man. You gotta hit me up for a taper. Right? Use some of those earnings. Come see your boy, man. I already paid 600.
Chilling. But I'm always a mistake on LPTN. That's crazy. They still haven't given you your account back? They got back to me. They got back to me Friday, and the problem is practically resolved. Just waiting on them to activate it or unban me. Gotcha. Okay. What did they say they? What did they say it was? Or they haven't really said nothing. They just said it was a mistake. We'll get you your account back.
Reach me. Don't matter of fact, don't fall. Reach me.
I guess I'll be watching Love Island and doing 1,000 push-ups. Telling you, bro. Last night's episode was crazy. Trolling, but I'm watching World Cup. That shit boring. I don't know how motherfuckers could watch soccer. It's a boring ass sport. This shit is not 9:30 yet, man.
For a second, he was going to take Forex. Oh, Sasha! Sasha! No! Oh, he's just so short. He almost saved it, too. Oh, for a second, he was going to take Forex. Oh, Sasha!
Excuse yourself.
Oh man, is it not 9:30 yet? Fuck. I was going by so slow. An optic won yesterday, bro.
That's right, KC.
I tell the truth, but I don't tell the whole truth. So I think that's where like the two-faced allegations are coming from. I tell the truth, but I don't tell the whole truth. So I think that's where like the two-faced allegations are coming from. I tell the truth.
We're suing the federal government. Case says 715 acres of this wildlife refuge. Mind you, this is public land, which means it's your land, which is supposed to be protected by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. But we don't really consider giving land to trillionaires protection, so they're getting sued. And if you didn't know, this is one of the rarest ecosystems. Let me introduce you to my hometown of Brownsville. Our beach is being colonized by SpaceX. In doing so, they started a trend of massive industrialization all across Brownsville. Back in the day, they said this should just be a little testing facility. Now it's Starbase, a company town with their own mayor and city government. Pretty much they've been able to do whatever they want to. Now, this is where the Center for Biological Diversity comes in. They're collectively suing the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to stop this land. If you feel inspired to help this fight, consider donating. Fighting a trillionaire. Especially since we're suing the federal. What? What is that? Like, get a government because space. Get a grip on life. Nah, but the way that these females be acting though on the internet, like the day trade, they be moving like this is. Like, what's her name? Baby Trader, bro? Like, please pack her up. Yeah. She's never, I don't think she's ever shown a payout or none of that. And then she has a, I think she sells.
Hey, Meta. Call Claire. Hey, Meta.
What? Why are you in a bikini right now? Tori look good. Tori look good. I give her that. She look good. I think she says it's a trader, but like, she look good. Feel me?
there's multiple female traders that I think look good. Like, Issa look good. Like, for the team. Let me not say that. I don't want to be disrespectful. But, yeah. This market do something, bro.
Hey, Meta.
That's fine. That's fine.
She have to go to the center. I see that coming.
It's marinated and clear. Would you like some other flavors? So this is tropical punch, strawberry kiwi, raspberry lemonade, and cherry. Well, that one's cherry. Strawberry kiwi, tropical punch. Let me get you a cup. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you for buying.
Yeah.
You too. Huh? We gave her messed up one.
Call me what you want, but I laughed at him. Sure did. I pointed and laughed at the TV. Like, I hollered. I knew she was going to piss me off by not choosing Carl. I knew she was going to do it by the way she was acting. Man, like, you weren't even missing him when he was here. You weren't even this excited for him when he was here. So what do you mean you miss him? And even Trinity was telling her in the dressing room, honey, if you keep being delusional, you're going to get delusional results. You're being delusional, you're being slow. Everybody was telling her, all the evidence getting from Casa, told her. And then the last conversation you had with him before Casa was do what you want. You were literally cussing him out because he didn't explore somebody. Wanted to, but he did it because he chose you. And then her response to everything was, I picked you with a leg. Who else was you gonna write a letter to? Who? Caleb? Corbin? Sincere? Who was you gonna write a letter to other than KC? Hello? Like you had no choice. All the time she chose him was by the default. They was fair by default. And I like how KC was cut off by Trinity saying, we didn't know you. When he was like, nobody stood at my door. He was trying to make a balance. And I think he was trying to make with the fact that didn't nobody pick him. He steadily chose her. Making sure her position is solidified. What'd she do? Give him attitude every challenge. She was showing him affection. He saw her leg up the car. You know, it gave like she didn't even like me. If KC would have got the car on that, he probably would have been staying. Girl, please, you cussed him out every chance you got. He was rolling his eyes in that last conversation. He was so down. If you want to eat like a local,
Gear at?
hi babe.
Where's your gear at? Put your gear on. Just bought you an $800 jacket. It's sitting up there. Why would you put it on? Didn't say nothing yesterday. Do your thing. Got your jacket now. So what are you doing?
It feels even hotter today to me.
It is, but
I think I can make my own decision.
man,
You definitely could.
listen to anything I say, then why am
Never broke a bone.
I about to? I'm gonna leave you to it. If you don't want to wear it, you don't wear it. But I'm gonna send that jacket back.
No, just go get it and I'll put it on.
Get it.
You're faster than I am. Go get it.
But you shouldn't have left it. Don't tell me to go get it, but you left it.
I don't want to wear it. You want me to wear it. Go get it.
If I go up there and put my hands on that jacket, it's going straight with a return label on it. But you're being difficult. Where's your gear at?
Hi babe.
Where's your gear at? You can put your gear on.
It's Sean from Love Island. Nice to see you guys. I was just out here hanging out with your dad and talking about you guys. I just wanted to say, how about that?
Hi, girls. Look who I.
A real stalker doesn't fear Instagram Plus, and if you pay for Instagram Plus, you're ruder than a stalker, in my opinion. The whole reason
Is my tooth before?
was a bail money.
Walk when you walking, bitch. What did you? Wait a minute. I'm wide. Where you going? Walk when you walking, bitch. What did you? Wait a minute. I'm wide. Where you going? Walking, bitch. Walk when you walking, bitch. What did you? Wait a minute. I'm white. Where you going? Don't you know me? What did you? Wait a minute. I'm white. Where you going?
On flight 4021, runway 25 left, clear to land, wind 270 at 19er.
5 left, clear to land, sorry about that, on way 42.
Oh, apologetic. Stop apologizing. You're making it weird. Southwest 2166, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff. 25 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2166. American 2357, Phoenix Tower, runway 25 right, line up point. Sorry about that. 23, 25 right, lap away to American 2357, sorry. Sky 6318, my sincerest apologies. Contact departure. Contact departure. Thank you very much, Sky 6318. Oh, he ruined it. Southwest 1822, cross runway 25 right at Foxtrot. Delta 10 to the ramp. Right. Echo Delta 10. Delta B. We apologize. Baby, 2329, cross runway 25 right at Foxtrot, 9er taxi via the north route.
Cross 25 right, Foxtrot, north route.
2166, contact departure 119er 2. 19.2, could be more so. Wheel.
Step around by 4021.
Hey, back up, nigga. Back up. I know you. Got these motherfucking peanut butter and cheese. This nigga bite me, I'ma shoot the shit out of him. I'm not gonna lie. You want a cookie, nigga? Yeah. It's peanut butter. Gangsta, how you like that? You want another one? Alright, back up over here, nigga. Hey, back up. Back your ass up, nigga. Hey, nigga. Hey, nigga, you not about to run me for my cookie. Hey, nigga. Oh my god. Hey, hold on, I gotta get homeboy some cookies. Hold on, he can't even see that shit. Back up, nigga. Yeah. Yo, stop being a fat ass. Move. Let him get some cookies. Move, nigga. Yo, I don't even want to touch you because if you spaz, I'm gonna spaz too. Yo, get ready to let the dogs out. Back up. Move. Yo, bro, I'm about to get active. You're not listening. Look at your little teeth. Goofy. Alright, chill, bro. You too close, bro. Because if you headbutt me, I'm gonna get that shit gonna hurt. Back up. Hold up. Fat ass nigga. Oh, nah. Bro, ain't no way you just kick me, nigga. Yo, bro. Get out of here, nigga. Fuck. I ain't pussy. Don't fucking kick me, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Hey, yo. This nigga just kicked me because I want to give him a peanut butter cracker. Bro, you want one? I'm not gonna shoot you. That nigga Waller. Yeah. I'm not disrespectful unless you hit me first. Here. Here, I'll give you one. Here. So you know what you're missing out on. Oh, now you mad, right? That shit hurt. You'll think about it twice before you kick another nigga, bro. Don't fucking kick nobody. Here, bro. I'm not gonna shoot you. That nigga was mad disrespectful. Here. Here, I just wanna give you a cookie, nigga. Gangster. See, I'm nice. But when you kick niggas, you get what you get. Don't fucking kick niggas. What's wrong with you? Here, you get another cookie for that. Gangster. Give your rude ass. You can have the last cookie, rude ass motherfucker.
Oh, we got fucking 7 minutes left, yo.
So today we have arrived to the beach. A real. If you want to. No.
Hey, Meta.
No. How the frick am I still down? I was down 446. I put stop loss at plus 530, right? How am I down? Illuminate me.
Yeah. It's funny going through all the live streams of people on TikTok, yo, cause yo, they're always taking trades. Like, yo, I passed by like 7 different live streams of people on NQ, right, who took buys down here for shit just a straight reverse. Like, yo, I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. It is what it is.
Carlos, welcome in every single person. Oh my gosh. 2 galaxies. Devin, thank you so much for that galaxy, bro. Oh my gosh. And who's that kid? Always showing. I mean, that one wasn't very nice, but we saw a big freaking. I'm gonna do it just. Order filled.
Hopefully we don't get this dump before the market opens. The orb. There is the orb. Ah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So look for either of those potential setups. 468 or 425 for potential loans. They could probably be bottom type of things. Yeah, it's probably just go down a lot. We might just dump. I'm not gonna force anything. If we just dump, we just dump. I'll look for some sort of continuation to short, if anything. But for right now, we just like not giving me anything to work off of. It's good. But yeah, follow up if y'all wanna. If y'all wanna be in the streams, I will be doing the giveaway probably maybe tomorrow. Right, guys. Starting here at just $1. Downside, like, I'm placing a little bit right now. I want to see. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to
close, to be honest.
Based off of something else.
15-minute candle. Most of the time we get a little re-break or we pull back up into that zone.
More like a consolidation area to be able to jump in on. Okay, this is going to continue lower. I'll take a scalp. Thank you for the.
Good morning, Sean. Let's cook. Yeah. Which channel, Discord? You're live there? Are you blocking?
Currently giving away. I'm going to use 29
Account with no daily loss limit, and it's cheaper. Well, I you go just before we get
Crazy, yeah, this is crazy work for real.
gaming is getting up.
On your knees. Steal the moon.
Should be.
Monster movie. Let's see if it's worth grabbing. First, it comes with a banana frosty. It's love with this like. That's a really good banana. That almost tastes like a banana bread.
All right, we got the 9:30 candle open. All those fucking people taking those buy positions straight to stop loss.
I have a channel with 24 million followers. I'm going over Nigeria asking billionaires how they got rich. How did you get How long have you been in the business? What was the most amount of money you made a single year? Say 80 million. Can I interview you for 1 minute? I'm going all up. Is that okay? You manage $80 million. What's the number one money lesson you've learned that you give to the younger generation?
So my favorite quote is, "A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but
It really ain't got no volume. No volume on a Monday. It's crazy.
Guess who has to go in the cage because he grew out of his left neighbor?
Now that summer's coming up.
Again, guys, any questions? Let me know. Any specific pairs you guys want me to go over? Let me know.
Wish you happy every day.
A TikTok.
And the market just trapping traders, guys. Just fucking getting everybody in and out. Again, what I want to do here on the lower time frame is pretty much just establish where exactly I'm trading from. Right, and on the 5 minute it looks the same as the 30 minute. On the 1 minute, all right, we had we have a change to the top side. Right, and then we had higher low and boom, higher high. We're looking for a valid break, which we never got until price gave us these pushes to the top side, and then higher low point. And so technically we are still on an uptrend. We didn't get a valid break until price gave us this push to the top side and higher low and then higher high again. Where again, here's where price gave us the inducement. Still don't have a valid break. Alright, so we know we're trading between this low and this high. Right now, if we could get price, just looking at what price is doing today, right, we know we have these gaps at the bottom, we're back at the highs. The fact that price gave us to change the break, the third push, and on the third push, it gave us that inducement on the 1 minute. This is where I'm going to be a little bit more proactive on looking at either price is going to give us the turnaround to give us that 1 minute change of character, break of structure, right? Or simply just have to wait to continue to see price giving us new highs. And at this point, if price continues to give us new highs, we already know we're going to continue that push back to the top side, right? It's about now looking for an entry in this area. Keeping an eye on STP for the day as well. The move for the day, STP would be 720 minus 33%. It's 482. $482 pips for the day. So now that we have our area as to where we go and look for longs, where we gotta put our TP at, now it just makes it a little bit easier. Look for an entry, look for your exit, chilling for the day. Let's go from the top to the bottom. E is still in the zone consolidation. We're gonna turn that off. We're gonna start minimizing our list here, already towards the end. Yeah, the fact that there's no volume today is like I'm mostly chilling too. Like I'm not really trying to force a trade. I'm not trying to do none of that.
Dang. In the first couple minutes, you know? Jeez. That's tough. And that's why, you know, like I said, sometimes the 930 it sets up beautifully, right? Especially when it goes one direction and it's nice. But in my experience, sometimes it's a 50-50 whether it's going to be smooth or not. So that's just why I choose not to participate in the first couple minutes. You know. JumpeR, what's going on, JumpeR? Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great morning. JumpeR, what was that website again where you can do like the trading competitions? What was the name of that website? I completely forgot what it was called. It had like a daily challenge. Let me know if you remember. I was trying to pull it up the other day and I completely forgot what it was called. But I remember you introduced it to me. Here we go. We're going up. Oh, Chart Champs. Thank you so much, Expert Ice. Chart Champs. Anybody here is still going Chart Champs every day? Let me know in the chat. Y'all use that. Chart Champs. Yeah, they built a pretty cool website. Right here, got a zone here in the 830s. We're at like 810, 812. Looks like we are headed towards those 30s. Like I said, I'm choosing to be hands off, even though it looked bullish, right? It did. But 930 in the month of June has been so chopped that I just can't participate. Sorry. Maybe I'll see how 930 acts in July. Maybe I'll start participating in it a little more, but it's been so chopped in June, I'm just hands off. No matter how good it looks, chat. Discipline. Never heard of it? You check it out? Yeah, I'll pull it. Actually, I'll pull it up since we're waiting here. Candle closes in 3 minutes. And as I said it, look it. See what I mean? Chop City. Back down 60 points. Smokey! Smokey for president. That is hilarious. Yeah, Smokey for president. Smokey, you are hilarious. Hello. Good morning. That is hilarious. The market buyers, hey Lens, Dennis here. Now feels a little less lonely, like being with a family of traders. Thank you, Dennis. I didn't know you changed your name. Okay, now I'm gonna remember. Market bias is Dennis. Let me pull up Chart Champs while I wait for this candle to close.
Like, here's the problem. What I see with 30 is not really a problem, right? We're still on the uptrend, which is fire. Right, we still got those gaps, right? And price looks like it wants to go with a STP already for the high of the days and shit. So, again, our the best approach right now is just wait to see what price wants to do at these highs. If it gives us a valid break, then we know for the rest of the week we could continue to trade these higher highs and higher low areas.
Tomorrow in Doha? Is that how you say it? Doha? If I'm saying it wrong, please let me know, chat.
Euro USD still in the same area.
Interesting.
GU, we're still at the high of the days. Not really, can't really do anything about that.
Necessarily. All right, we're clear of news today. So
Price is just sitting at the high of the days. 30.
That's the only thing so far he tweeted out.
I'm not gonna rock with 30 right now.
Straight from South Africa. Yeah, y'all, 1 minute and 30 seconds till the candle closes. I'm pulling up Chart Champs right now. So Chart Champs is a free website.
Right, and again, it's not.
Right now, it's free.
It's just weird, right? Again, like for the most part, these last couple months, the correlation with 30 and gold, they move alike, right? And the fact that again, like you look at Bitcoin and 30 move the same as well. The fact that they're all moving opposite is just like, am I gonna really sit here and try to? Sorry, Like, am I really gonna sit here and try to force a trade and make sense of it all? Like, no, there's no point. Again, it's not that there's no point, it's that we already know. Like gold, we spoke about it. Like the way the market's moving, it's not like we don't understand why. It's again just having the reasons as to why it's like, just sit out of the trades today. Right? Just sit out of it. No need to rush into it. Just give it a little bit.
Sign me in, come on. Hold on, chat. Yeah, they got free back testing. So those of you who are looking for a way to back test without paying, they do offer for free if you sign in with your Google account. That's not my login. I thought that was my login. Hold on, guys. For some reason, unless they erased my login because it's been so long, maybe that's what it is. Because I did have a rank with them. Ah, yeah, they erased my login. Yeah, you guys can check it out. It's free. Play around with that. Yeah, it's interesting, especially the daily challenges. Honestly, the player-to-player challenges are interesting because sometimes you'll go against people who bet the whole account on the first trade, so you automatically win. And then you'll go against people who are strategic, they're great at scalping. They'll scalp you all the way to the finish line. It's interesting. All right, 9 minutes. Then we get a new hourly candle. Zombie rally to the 830s. Looks like we're gonna hit my zone here. Right at it. Literally right at it here. But good morning, everybody. If you just joined in, good morning. Hope you're having an awesome morning. Don't forget to smile. Make sure we smile this morning. A good day to have a good day. Always think positive no matter what. Let's see it on 30 minute. Yeah, it looked like a rocket ship candle, huh? Where's that pizzazz? They still...
Good morning, Mr. Albert. My bad. I'm just in the chat. So, yeah, US 30 and these look like I want to keep pushing. All good. I'm not gonna... Yeah, we'll let price do what it has to do. Same thing we've been talking about since we turned the stream on earlier in the morning. At this point, guys, I'm just gonna take another look at gold and Bitcoin, and that's pretty much it for the day. Like, I'm not gonna force any trades for today. We'll wait it out. And the fact that again Bitcoin and gold are just pushing down while 30 and the indexes are pumping up. We'll wait till tomorrow. No need to rush into this. But any other questions, guys, let me know. I'll give you another minute in the chat. Any questions, anything you want me to go over, anything you want me to explain, let me know. If not, that's pretty much it for today, and we'll be back tonight for the isolation session.
Until I see a pullback. Is that good? is